Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then join me in the book of Philippians, chapter 1, and verse number 21. And we will look at a familiar verse this morning. Great testimony, great words of Paul as he says, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." What a commitment that Paul is making. What a lesson that he is teaching. He says just a great challenge for all believers of all time. He really says to us two things here. One, he says, if I live, it is Christ. Well, what exactly does that mean? To live is Christ. He was saying that I'm presenting myself totally and completely. I'm yielding myself to be used for the kingdom of God in whatever way God sees fit. If He sends me to the mission field, if He sends me to pastor the church, if He sends me next door to take a casserole and the good news of Jesus Christ to my neighbor, whatever it is, I am going to commit that to Jesus Christ. I'm going to put my mind on Christ. I'm going to think about things of Christ. I'm going to study His Word. I'm going to pray. I'm going to work for Him. I'm going to work for the good of man in the gospel. That I am going to give everything that I have, every moment that I possibly can. I am dedicating to serving the Lord, and without waver, I'm going to be willing and ultimately, I'm willing to lay down my life. I'm going to be willing to give everything. And I would ask all of us, I think, is a question that we should ask today. What does that mean to us? For me to live is Christ. What does living mean? Why are you living? How are you living? What is our purpose in life? Are we living for money, for a promotion at work? Are we living just to make it to retirement, to get our house paid off, just to be comfortable? Are we living for our family? And there's nothing wrong with family. There's nothing wrong with comfort. There's nothing wrong with retirement. But none of them are as important to us as living for Jesus Christ, which brings us then to the end of the verse. The second thing Paul says, he says, first of all, if I live, I'm going to live for Jesus, but to die is gain. He says, my life is situated around living for Jesus. But that's not all there is to it. That's not, this life is not all that I have. It's not all that I hope for. I know that eventually I'll die. I know that eventually the living for Christ will end. And again, he's saying right up to that day, I'm going to keep serving Christ. But when that does end, he says, I have a hope. I have a promise of something far better, and that is an eternity with Jesus Christ. And so he's hanging on to that blessed hope. And what a great way to live our life with these two extremes in mind. That I'm going to live for Christ right up to the minute I'm not living for Christ, and at that moment I'm going to live with Christ. That I have that wonderful hope. I'm going to live for Christ today, tomorrow, every day that He gives me, because I know that one day I'm going to be living with Him. And so I don't have to, I can live this life and commit myself totally to Christ, because I know that when this life ends, I have a better hope. I have a new home awaiting me. And I hope today you can say that as well, that you're living your life to the fullest. You're doing all you possibly can for Christ, and knowing that one day this life will end. But this is not the end of everything, just the end of this life, and then I'll spend it with Christ throughout eternity. You think about those two thoughts. Have a good day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.